Welcome on back to the rental shop here on Simulated Mind. We're diving into episode 2 of Rental Store Simulator and see if we can't build SimVid into the ultimate video empire. Well, one step at a time at least. We've got 2 shelves, we've got a fair amount of movies, and a VHS cleaner. Look at that. State of the art, too. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and start the day. Now, I did say in the last episode, episode 1, that I would probably wait until an update, but I'm deciding to jump back in and just see what happens. I did find out that by just restarting the game, it did seem to fix the situation. What was happening was AI would come in, pull inventory, and then get stuck here. So then the inventory was on their person and not rented and not on the shelf and not in my inventory. So it made it a little difficult to rent anything. And I'm really hoping they don't get stuck. So far, so good, though. So, yeah, not jinx it, but, we'll go with it. Okay, 809223334. Because I do like the game. I think there are some really nice, smooth elements to the UX UI. It's simple, but it's clean and it works. And it's definitely an interesting concept. It's going to be probably pretty foreign to people who grew up after the whole craze of rental stores and when everything shifted to online, but could be also neat too, experiencing something you otherwise wouldn't have a chance to experience. Yeah, I do remember going into Blockbuster, going into Hollywood Video, Family Video. We typically rented videos, like movies, but I tried to then start renting games once I finally had a console, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go. And it was so much fun to be able to try out games, be like, okay, that's cool, or nah, that's not really my thing. Only problem is I never really got the chance to finish the games. So I played several different games, but I never owned them and was never able to finish them. It was also a weird time because during this time, people were starting to kind of maybe understand gaming, but it was a very, very small population that really did and really started to accept it. Those who were adults at the time, I should say. Some were really into it and played as well. They played since Atari and kept going. But there were many that were just like, oh no, is it rotting my child's brain? What is it doing to them? And so it was my mom was on the fence about it. She's like, I don't know if I should be allowing you to play these, but you're having fun. So that's cool. And it doesn't seem to be terrible, and you're doing well in school, or well enough, so. Yeah, if I remember right, I'm pretty sure I played GoldenEye for a little bit, but it was a rental, so I never finished it. There are a few games like that. I was very fortunate, though, to have the consoles I did, considering the fact that, I was raised with a single parent, didn't have a lot of money. So, it was not easy to try to get the money together that would be needed for something like a console for the time. But I was able to eventually get a Sega Genesis, also a Nintendo 64, and then I think a PlayStation 1. If I remember right. PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. But I think it was 1. So I'm very fortunate. I only had just a few games. I think probably 4 or something per console, but I played the heck out of those games. Now, of course, my Steam library is insane. Which is funny because when I first started streaming on Twitch back in 2017, people would tell me how large their Steam libraries were, and I didn't really use Steam. I had just kind of started because I was mostly a console player at the time. And yeah, it would blow my mind when people are like, oh yeah, I have like 400 games in my library. And I'm like, oh my God. But then I got Steam, and now I don't even want to count. It's a lot. Some of them were game keys for reviews, though, to be fair, and some were ones that were like super cheap, because I love indie games and I love supporting indie developers. So a lot of them were like what, like $1, $2, $3. You know, I'm not having like 600 games at $60 a pop. But yeah, still, even then, still feel very fortunate to be able to have the games that I do have, many in which I still need to play. I have a whole list of horror games still to jump into, which I might actually bring back to Mind TV, my other channel, because I had originally bought them going, I want to stream these, I want to play them, but I also want to stream them. And I just started up the simulation channel, was having a blast with that, still am, and so I just kind of cut down to just simple reviews of like demos and stuff, and maybe a playthrough here and there if it was a quick enough playthrough, because I also work full time, so. And I want to spend time with family and stuff like that. But yeah, I might just do it though, just to start getting those horror games down. But I'm also now in a Souls game craze, so anytime I have free time and I can game a little bit on my own, I typically am playing a Souls game. I completed this year Bloodborne for the first time, and then Dark Souls 1 for the first time. Both games, I think I have like 140 hours between the two. And then I'm now on Liza P, which is also a fantastic game. The store's closed. Let's check deposits. Nothing. Oop. And one maybe? Yep, there we go. Ooh, 18. Nice. So we're at 350. We're trying to save up for 500 so we can upgrade to store level 2. So that way we can get a new desk color, 3 new floors, 3 new walls, 3 new snacks, and 6 new movies. Signs, snack shelves. The big thing would be snack shelves with the snacks. And, of course, the new movies would be really nice as well. It is a little bit confusing, though, because you can see on the top left it says store level 6. But then here, it's saying, oh, well, you're store level 1, and you need to upgrade in order to get to store level 2. So it's like, well, which is which here? My guess in the first episode was that they have a store level, and then they actually have a player or account level, which is similar to like that of like Laundry Store Simulator, but for some reason they just call both store level. And I'm not sure what the top left store level actually does for you. If anyone's played before and you know, please let me know. I'd love to learn more about it. Yeah, the other thing too is even though time's elapsed, this is still going. This is fixed at a very set period of time for it to do the cleaning, but it's real time rather than in-game time. All right, let's just open on up. We're getting close. We're at 354 right now. Then we can start handling snacks and everything else. Drop that off. Boom, boom. Dose. Yeah, those late night returns when you go, oh crap, it's due tomorrow morning. Okay, I'm gonna run right now. Where are you going? I've got some returns. Oh, okay. Of course, the place is closed and everything. Some lights are on. You're feeling kind of sketchy because you're outside of a closed business and you're like at the deposit box and you're like, okay, so just shove that in there. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and go. 23. Let's go. Be kind. Rewind. Ooh, 3. It's gonna be a fun movie week. Hold on a second, sir. Your patience and time is very important to us. Just hold. Thank you. It'd be funny if they threw in an adult section. God. Because it's like you can get away with the covers, because look at it, it's just a bunch of abstract, like, colors, pretty much, you know? So it's not like you'd actually show anything anyway. But, like, have that little curtained-off room. Remember when I went to a video store and they actually had one, and I was like, wait, what's going on with the curtained-off room? And it was like, you must be 18. I'm like, huh? And I saw someone come out of it, and they didn't, like, close the curtain all the way. And so as I was walking by, I just kind of looked over and was like, oh. Oh, that's a thing. Had no idea. I guess I was a very sheltered child. Thank you. Sure, we have some more returns already. Excuse me, pardon me. Nope, okay. What is up with the graffiti? I want to find the person who keeps doing this. I wish there was a person. I'm sure it just randomly appears, but it'd be fun if you like could chase him away like in Laundry Store. There we go. The sound effects are, like, very satisfying. Interestingly so. You know, the number of times this would actually happen in real life would blow people's minds who never experienced it, let me tell you. Constantly keep scanning it, and they're like, oh, okay, do you have an ID? And can I... I'll put in the number. Nothing in our inventory. Okay. 18. Wow. Nice. I just... I will sponge you to death. I swear. No leaves, right? No. Okay. It'd be cool, too, if we could see, like, cars pull into the parking lot and stuff, or, like, if we had a car that we would park in the spot here with, and then from there what we could do is just go to it to, like, end the day. So you'd hit close day, and then you come to the car to, like, leave. I know it's extra steps and stuff like that, but it's just, like, I don't know, it's just slightly more immersive in a way, which is kind of neat. I mean, if I do say so myself, because in fact, it's my idea. But, I don't know, just small little details that are nice. Adds a little bit of something extra. Ta-da! Hey, we're at 500, by the way. All right. 44? Oh, for goodness sake. I swear these blasted cars, they don't make them like they used to. Also, like, you know, I've played pixel art games and many other different kind of style of art games, you know? Whether it's a 2D side-scroller or top-down or whatever it may be. From RTS to Metroidvania and so forth, but I kind of wish that there was more to the models that are in the game. They just looked a little more human, I guess. Because there's a difference between, like, a certain aesthetic where you're just like, okay, yeah, that's just the game, like, that's the art style, and then where it's like, it's distracting, you know? And I guess I'm kind of more toward, like, it's distracting, I guess, in a way. I don't mean to say that in, like, a mean way by any means. Oh, when we upgraded, we got more space for the shop. Oh, sweet. Okay, I didn't realize that was a part of it, too. Wow, look at that. Coming kind of a big deal, you know what I mean? Thank you for waiting. Of course, during this time, too, so many people using cash in comparison to what it is now. Thank you. So I think once the shop closes, we'll jump into ordering stuff. Which might be really close to now, actually. Let's go check the returns. 14. All right. Yeah, it's nice to actually have enough movies where we're not running out. We have a pretty solid size to where we can keep having people come in while we then grab stuff from the deposit box and get them all set up, cleaned up, and put back on the shelf. Let's see, store. Oh. Just the shelf, okay. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to the price. I should have. Okay, so right now it's popcorn salted, popcorn sweet, popcorn mixed. All right, so where's the shelf? Is it already in my inventory? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I remember they would put the snacks right next to the register. That's the impulse buy. You rented a movie, you gotta have snacks. I mean, look at them from this angle, this angle under this light. Nope, nope, oh, God. I'm gonna keep doing that. There we go. This is super tall. Holy cow. Like, if it was up to here, fine. Here, I guess, wow, but, you know, sure, but what the heck? That's intense. Imagine, like, a person, like, my partner, so she is, like, was it 4'8", I think? 4'8", 4'9"? And, yeah, she's not reaching up there to get that. All right, cool. So we've got some popcorn to start. We just need to start making some more money. Actually, we can get more. A little more. Okay. There we go. And boom. All right, not too bad. That's empty. Any movies on us? No. 26, nice. Uh-oh, are they going to have pathing issues? They might. Hello, sir. Ooh, 4 films, nice. Gotta have that sweet corn. Once you pop, just can't stop. Sense of theme going on. back on there. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Sweet corn? No. Okay. 1, 2. Wow, 4 though. I'll take it. That's some good cash. 20. So for everything else now, we need to get to level... Are you stuck? She might be stuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, let's just pop it there. Yeah, see, this was happening with the videos last time. So it does seem to be something with the AI. Just getting stuck. I don't know why. Yeah, look at that. See, they're pulling inventory, but then they're just standing there. And it happens to everyone. It's like either the glitch doesn't happen or it does to everyone. There doesn't seem to be like an in-between. Once you balk one NPC, they all get balked. Look at this. This is some pretty hardcore balking, if you ask me. Okay, well, we're halfway through store level 7, quote-unquote. Movies. Action. Comedy. Okay, so now we have access to comedy, which is good. We have Key Couple, Aqua Trip, Buddies. Buddy! Detention, and The Journey. Aqua Trip, Buddies, Detention... And let's keep it there. We do have to buy another shelf, though, I do believe, because I think we're... Well, we might be able to get away with it. Let's see. Store. Furniture shelf is 100. So we'd have to wait on that anyway. All right, there we go. Oh, we've already completed own 80 movies for the next set of goals to get to level 3. Serve 100 customers. We have 20 so far. Then 85 of 100 movies recleaned. So that's cool. 23 there. All right. I am, I think, going to save and then going to restart, and I will be right back. And they're off. Look at them go. All right. I think they're fixed now. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Cross your eyes, your toes. Let's go... Yeah, 310. Let's see. 45. We do numpad? I'm curious. Oh, we can. Oh, sweet. So much better. There we go. Okay, everyone's coming through now. We can actually get that shelf if... Well, I don't know, though. We'll have to see if we actually need it. I don't know if we do. That would save us $100, so that's pretty nice. Thank you. Nice. 65? Holy crap. Okay. I was gonna say, it's $5. You're giving me 70? Like, I'm just trying to figure that out. Like, why? Alright, so, doot. Yeah, it's so weird, the change that you're given. I've seen other games where that was, like, I don't want to say it's an issue per se, but just, like, sort of the oddity of, like, why are you giving that much for something that's $5? Like, I understand if you're like, hey, can you break 100? Can you break a 50? But giving me 60 for something that's 2, you could just give me the 10 that you probably gave me. It's just so weird. Okay. Check on the returns, 8. Still doing okay-ish with popcorn. Let's see here. Let's go to all the rentals. And then store... No, let's go to inventory, right? You know what? Let's try pushing the prices up a little bit. And just see how people react. See if they actually lose their minds or if they're totally fine with the pricing. Okay, so Aqua Trip can be 4. Buddies can be 5. Buddy! Detention. Key cup, sure. You know what? Sounds good. Actually, do I have that one? I don't have that one yet. Yeah. Oh, I didn't grab key couple either. Oh, I thought I did. Oh, well. Well, we can still set the price. Whatever. Boom. Oh, okay, we can change the snack pricing too. So popcorn right now, current price is 2. Let's get that up to 4. Ooh, chocolate popcorn? Okay. Sweet popcorn, let's get that up to 4. Splitters. Okay. There we go. Now I'm curious on if the items, if I wait to scan them and I change the price, if I can make more money then, or if it's based off of when they grab it, at what price is it valued at or established at. Usually it's what it's at, it's going to be at whatever price they grab it at. But every once in a while you come across a game where that isn't the case, but it is pretty rare. There we go. Alright, so reclaim 100 movies, done. Own 80 movies, done. And it's just serve 100 customers. We're at 46. Go ahead and order some more. Get some more popcorn. Okay, cool. So you can fill up a section that already has items on it if it's short. Cool. All right. Oop, my bad. Boop. Cool. Oh yeah, just fills them all up and then you can use the handy dandy storage. Look at that. Maybe. Place on floor, open, close. Place on shelf is E, but hold on. I'm using E to try to place on shelf, and it isn't working. Okay. Place on floor, I guess. Oh, okay. Or we can just hold the left, or excuse me, the right mouse button, and then place it like that. Okay, well, that works too. Oh, that's right. I keep wanting to click to load up stuff. Okay, there we go. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Yeah, for some reason, the date... Oh, there we go. Well, slowly... Yeah, slowly but surely this accumulates. The information isn't instantaneous, so... Total profit 240. Okay, anything else? That's just way too pricey to be doing stuff like this right now. Ooh, wood blue. Yeah, to hire someone, it's $12.50 an hour for, what was it, 5 hours? 5 hours. And then from there, 500 to just train them. Wonder what happens if you don't have the money to pay them. Like, do you lose them automatically and you have to rehire them? Are they picketing outside the front of your business? Or do they just do they not just show up and, they wait for you to pay them and then they come back? Two, three, four. Thank you. I'm not sure what that hand motion's all about, but okay. Thank you. Who remembers, like, getting a ton of movies, going, oh yeah, I'll totally watch these, and then realizing, like, you only have a day left and you haven't watched all of them yet, and you're, like, rushing to try to squeeze it in somehow? That was the original binging, you know? I've got a deadline to meet. Okay, 54. Thank you, sir. Or level 8, but I don't know what it means. What does it all mean? Damn you, Mother Nature. Okay, load that up. And we could put out more. Let's see. Mixed would be good to have. What do we actually have? Do we have just sweet? Is that the other one? Salted. Oh, yeah, actually, let's grab you. Why not? Pop you there. I'm glad we don't actually have to throw away the boxes. They just disappear. One less thing to worry about. Though I guess it would give you just a little bit of something extra to do. They're staring at me like, oh, we totally took care of the videos, we swear. Hi. Oh, God, I did... Ugh, clicked on the wrong one. I don't know why I did that. Been a long day. Okay, so... Yeah, I think we're still doing okay with popcorn. Let's get these back up. I was actually talking with my partner about the movie theater, because I haven't been to one in years. I used to actually work at them for a little bit while I was in college and then shortly after. And so for me, I just, after working at one, you're kind of good with not going into one again. At least for me, it was like that. Like, I loved being able to check out all the different films and stuff like that. And, like, seeing people's reactions to films was really cool, too, right? The specific moments and how they react to it. Did they find it funny, confusing, whatever it may be? Is it a cultural thing? Was it just bad writing? Just so many different things that could happen. It's just really interesting. I actually remember that when I was in Egypt. So I was in university, and I traveled to Egypt for school. And we actually, all the students, went to a movie theater there. And we saw one of the X-Men films. And like one of the original ones. And we got to the point where I think it was the Juggernaut. And he's like, I'm the Juggernaut. And, he does his thing. We start snickering. Everyone else in that theater just looked at us like we had 5 heads. Because they could not understand what we found funny about that. And we're just like, okay, being quiet now. So it's just really interesting. How some things read for some folks, and for other people it doesn't. And also, too, you have to think about, like, this film was in English, and they were reading it with Arabic subtitles. So what did the subtitles say? No idea. So to them, it probably wasn't as bad, for example. There's a potential, right? And so they're just like, what was so funny about that? Or it could have been they're like, that's not funny. I think for us, it's one of those lines, when you're an American at least, it's one of those lines where it just kind of catches you off guard. And it's really like the moment itself, where it's like we can kind of relate where we're in a situation where we're just so frustrated. Because something's annoying us, and so it's just kind of seeing that was just, kind of funny. It's not a line we were really expecting for that film either. Store closing soon. We don't have anything in our inventory. It was also a super big trip to watch Moulin Rouge on TV and have it be in Arabic with English subtitles. That was weird, because that film already is a bit weird. Let alone also in another language, and then you're reading the translations going, I'm sorry, what? I can't remember why. I wasn't personally watching it. I think it was someone else, and I happened to be, like, chatting with them about classes or something, and we were in their room, and they had it on in the background. So I'm looking at it, watching it, going, what the heck is going on? Because I had actually never seen the film before. So, what a way to experience it. Thank you. Oh, we are so close to the goal, but I'm sure we're going to need a fair bit of money, which, wow. we're already over 1K. Upping the prices by a couple of dollars seems to be working because we're still getting people. No one's complaining about the price of anything right now. We had it at 2. We upped them to like $4 to $5 a piece, so solid. Wonder if we can up them even more. Like, is there a system in the game where people go, no, 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 that's too expensive? Because I'm not seeing it so far. Let's go to inventory. Let's go to movies. Let's bring that up to 7. 6, 7, 6, sure. 7, 6, 6. Let's see. What else should we do? Yeah, let's go 6. We'll eventually get these. But first, I kind of want to level. 52 customers. Okay, nice. Wow, look at that. Yeah, let's open up. Comedy. Yeah, let's go ahead and get 2, 2, 2. Oh, we might actually need another shelf, which is not a bad thing. Furniture, movie shelf. Oh, we get 2? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. There. There. Okay, cool. What is up with this wall? What is it is the shelf. Okay. Had it on snap to grid, but seems to be snapping weirdly. Yeah, let's do... There we go. Get rid of the sponge. No sponge baths today. Unless they tip. Go. Hey, thank you for being the 100th customer. You get nothing new, but thank you. Pat on the back. So let's go to upgrade. Oh my goodness. Okay, 2,500. I thought, oh, we should have plenty of money, right? No, nope, nope, and nope. Yeah, people are still renting plenty even with the price increase. If you want to play the game for yourself, the link is in the description section of the video, by the way. And they also have a Discord. So if you want to jump into their Discord and share your experiences and report any bugs or anything like that, you can do it there. Go. Quickest clicker in the West. Let's go. Gotta make that money. Of course. 43. There we go. Okay. Sure, we're gonna need more popcorn. More kerns of pop. Go. So let's go ahead and get mixed and salted. So at level 3, we'll be able to get salted caramel, chocolate, and butter popcorn. And we'll get drinks starting then. We'll get Fluke, Diet Fluke, and Orange... no, just the Fluke and Diet Fluke. So for furniture, we'll get the hardware shelf, the checkout counter, the confectionery stand, and the fridge. Oh, that's quite a bit. Okay. And we'll get the wood green desk. Also, if you're looking for something interesting and I would say fun enough to watch, and you're into horror, you know, the horror genre, mind you, I don't say horror in the sense of like gore or like slasher killer or anything like that, but more so like situational horror and stuff like that. Uh, Guillermo del Toro's, what is it, Cabinet of Curiosities, I think, is actually really good. It's been out for a bit now, but I'm finally actually watching it with my partner, and her and I are both really liking it. Each episode is only like around 25 to 28 minutes in length. They have different directors. It's very much like a creep show in a Twilight Zone, in a way. Definitely leans, I think, personally more into a creep show. But the quality is very good. Each story is really interesting. So far, though, I would say like the first two episodes have been similar in a way. Like they've been different, but the character setup and stuff is pretty similar. So I do hope they like diverge from what they've been doing a little bit in the sense of storytelling. But it is good though. Like each story is, like I said, quite good. I've only seen the first two thus far, but the cinematography is great. The acting is really, really good. Very, very good. And like I'm not a big horror person by any means, but I do like Creep Show and some of the campier like horror films at times, especially some of the old school ones. Like when Christopher Lee was doing like Dracula and stuff like that. Like those are always just fun to watch because they're a bit campy, but also some of the acting can be also very good at the same time. And it's just really interesting to see how people view what is scary and how that like evolves. Actually, I used to probably it's been probably a couple years now, but I used to do film showings in my Discord, and we would watch like campy horror films and stuff like that. Like we watched Demon Wind, which some people praise and say it's amazing film, it's so good, and I'm just like we were all sitting there watching it, going, this is super camp. It was also featured in High on Life, which is one of the reasons why we actually found out about it and watched it. Because I had just finished, I think, streaming at that point all of High on Life or most of it. which that was a really fun game. I'm looking forward to the second one. I still have to play High on Knife, which is the DLC. I've never seen a Rick and Morty, and it's by the creators, but I liked it. I thought it was really funny. It's just goofy fun. Okay, do we need any more popcorn? We're looking okay-ish. Definitely need to get these films back out, though. I have like 80 some just sitting in here. Well, with it being almost the end of day 10, we're getting close. We have almost 2,000, so I would assume that in the next in-game day or two, we would be able to unlock the next upgrade for level 3, which isn't too bad, actually. That went pretty quick. It went from like, okay, this is taking a little bit of time, but that's because also I had the prices so low. But, all right, taking a little bit of time to all of a sudden, like, ooh, okay, now it's picking up. We're getting a sense of the pricing and what we can get away with. So, yeah, now we're actually getting through it pretty quickly. We only ran into that AI glitch once, so that's good. In comparison to the first episode where it happened, I think, twice. Oh my goodness. All right. 31, let's go. I feel like this takes like around a minute, maybe? Okay, no more rentals out. Cool. So if we wanted to, we could hire someone and see how the employee works out. Also, oh, you know what? We should actually have points. We should have like skill points or attribute points, whatever you want to call them. Let's take a look at that. Not management, right? Upgrade. Yeah, okay, so we have 3 points. So for us, graffiti cleaning, leaf removing, or trash pickup, there hasn't been any trash. I can't complain about that, mind you, but still, it's, like, weird. I mean, we could just keep pumping into the employees, because theirs actually seems beneficial. So once we hire them, they'll be all set to go. Because, like, I don't care about leaf removing or graffiti cleaning. Like, that's not a big deal, it feels like to me. Yeah, let's just pump it into serving quality, because eventually here, once we hit 3, I'd like to not only get everything for level 3, but also get the employee. And that way they'll be good to go. Interesting how this takes a beat to populate. Okay. Here we go. Cash received 905. Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, I think that's good for an episode 2. Let me know your thoughts. If you want to see more episodes, feel free to like the video or comment as well and let me know your thoughts and if you'd like to see more. But thank you so very much for hanging out with me today. I always have a great time hanging out with you guys and just having fun diving into some really neat Sims. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.